You know, sometimes generational trauma doesn't start with violence or loss. Sometimes it starts with shame. My father was the black sheep of his family. Among all his siblings, he was the only one who couldn't read or write, the only one who struggled with addiction. And because of that, they treated him differently. No one expected anything good from him. He was spoken about, not spoken to. When he entered a room, you could feel the shift, that quiet judgment that says, here comes the disappointment. And what's painful is that his children, me and my siblings, carried that same label, not because of who we were, but because of how they felt about my dad. The rejection that began with him didn't stop there, it spilled over into us. And that's how generational trauma moves. It travels through silence, through the stories families tell, and the ones they refuse to tell. It's in the way love is withheld, the way eyes avert instead of embrace, the way your name carries a weight you didn't create. My father's pain didn't start with him either. Maybe he grew up in a home where no one saw his struggle. Maybe he learned early that mistakes made you unworthy of love. And when you carry that kind of wound, that deep, quiet unworthiness, you find ways to cope. Some people turn inward, some turn cold. He turned to gambling. And the family, instead of asking why is he hurting, they asked what's wrong with him. That's what shame does. It keeps us from seeing the human beneath the habit, the child beneath the failure. And so the pattern continues. Children carry the weight of their parents' rejection, trying to prove their worth in a world that already decided who they were. But I've learned something. Generational trauma only survives as long as it remains unspoken. Once you name it, once you trace it back to where it began, you can stop it from moving forward. So, I tell my father's story not to shame him, but to understand him. I tell my own story not to blame my family, but to free myself from it. Because I'm not the shadow of his mistakes, I'm the continuation of his hope, the part of him that still wanted better, even when he didn't know how to get there. And if you ever felt like the black sheep, if you've ever been treated as though you were born into someone else's shame, I want you to know you are not your family's story. You are the one who gets to write a new one.